my goal is to become a 5 star. So I'm going to take this example of having the star system. The 5 stars open the door to 50 shares. We don't know yet what the allocation of the percentage of whatever the company is taking out to provide in a share program. It doesn't really matter at that point what the percentage is. To me, it doesn't really matter because with enough NFT and the ability to grow this community is probably the most important. When the shares start paying and we start seeing the benefit of it, and because there's so much going on, I'll worry about the details later. But for now, it's all about positioning for when the opportunity opens itself up. I won't be the one sitting back and said, I wished I had put more time in understanding this program and promote it. Anyways, we also have 2 sessions where we talk about the color program, the color personality quiz, and understanding the different colors. And here you can see the 4 different types of personalities. The red being competitive, demanding, determined, strong will, purposeful, focused, and oriented, and result oriented, take charge, quick decision, and likes challenges. So, obviously, as you approach people to talk about this business, first of all, take a few minutes to listen to these people to see who they are and which one of the 4 colors that they identify with, and tailor your marketing, tailor your conversation to that. Now, obviously, this chart doesn't really give you. There's more to that. There's a book. There's videos you can watch for purposeful training. But I think this is enough information to give you an idea and who you're talking to. You know, and all you have to do is listen. Actually, I shared a book with you. Um, how to get power with people. That book actually works in conjunction with the color schemes for you to understand exactly how to approach people to get the best results. If you listen to people, ask them a lot of questions, make them feel important, and compliment them in what they do well, and you might want to be a little green, a little yellow, and have small talks, make the connection, maybe like, where you form like quick. If you're talking to a red, you may not even have the opportunity to put in the small talk. You just tell them how much money you're going to make and boom, get to the point, show them the big picture. Most likely, if they get it, if it's for them, if it's the right time, they'll do it. If not, that's it. With the blue, you tell them exactly how much fun they're gonna have, how much money how much fun they're gonna have, how many people they're gonna be with, and the fun things. You basically painted the picture of the ultimate, cruise. Um, you paint the picture of fun, excitement, and enthusiasm. You get it. Okay. I'm a yellow. You tell me how many people this could help, how much I could make a difference sharing this opportunity with people. I'm gonna be all over it. But you tell me how much money I'm gonna make. I'm not motivated by that. So that's not gonna be a driver. Driver is who benefit from my engagement. In other words, I'm giving you value right now, even though I don't even have to go through all that. But as I'm talking to people in the future, I don't want to have to repeat these things. So I'm putting them in video for your benefit. Okay, and the green, you got to provide the green with a lot of information. You have to, in a sense, bury the green with a lot of details. At the same time, you know since all of us are in some ways a combination of the 4 personality type, one might be dominant more than other. You might be 100% red and you have no yellow, blue, or green in you. It doesn't really matter. All of us are in some way a dominant in one color and then a subdominant, and you have like 80% red, 10%, you know, uh, yellow, and probably 5% green and 5% blue. In a sense, you have to find a way to incorporate all colors into your dialogue, but you won't know who you're talking to without listening to them first. Anyways, so as we approach this ecosystem, as we approach the STAR program, you have your number of NFT and you're waiting. We're all waiting. In the meantime, what we can do while we are waiting to be paid, staying and remaining idle is not encouraged. This is time for personal development, time for personal improvement, reading, listening, exercising, and constantly finding ways to better yourself. And at the same time, expose the opportunity to as many people as possible. And here in my chart, I give you an example. Anyway, so begin with the end in mind. Understanding the four different personality types. The red, you gotta get straight to the point. Tell them about the money. The blue, you gotta tell them how much fun they're gonna have. The green, you gotta provide more information. They probably are going to be the one who dissect the corporate calls and look for what they can decipher from it. And if there's anything that seems to be off color, that's the one thing they're gonna bring to you as question, to either trip you or to gather more information. So in a way, gather information and bury it on the grain and let them um, bury themselves in detail. Data gathering at the same time as you talk to a grain, understanding that there is also, if it's green dominant, a little bit of green, yellow, a little bit of blue, a little bit of red, to understand the different personality that you're dealing with. Because all of us are in some product of the four personality types. So you have to understand, obviously, what is the dominant color, speak to that dominance, and also appeals to that subdominant or color schemes, personality type somebody may have. Anyways, let's get to that. So 5 stars, 50 shares. You're talking to a red will get it. 5 stars, great. I'm gonna breeze through. In my previous organization, I have a gentleman who's definitely a red. I shared this with him, and he was interested in. He tried to pitch me another opportunity that I was not interested in, and he started to push and push and push how much money he was making, showing me his back office and showing how much money that he's making. That's great. But this is the same guy also who has a lot of people in his team, and he couldn't have gotten to a point where he grows in this opportunity because everybody is frontline, and he has so many people frontline to him. Out of like, I would say 300 or 400 people, I would say 80% of his team were in frontline. All of them are doing okay, and there was no depth. There was no depth in his organization. So I thought he would be a perfect example of driving this thing as as wide as possible. But in terms of growing into the star program, it's not the best for him because he doesn't have the patience to sit and teach people and train people. It's all about how much money I can make right now and not necessarily a team builder. In other words, there's no green or blue in this guy. He's 100% red, I think. Definitely not a type. If money was my motivation, oh, I would want this guy in. I would, even if I have to, sponsor this guy to an NFT to get him in because he could bring in a lot of deep pocket, but not a builder. Huge ego. Anyways, where we're going. So, anyways, 50 shares, 5 stars. If a 5 star organization is an organization that has four, is an organization, a 5 star organization, okay, has three 4 stars in it. 3 4 stars in it. Now, here, as I'm going through that, and I'm going to repeat this anyway because it will make sense to you. An organization of 3 4 stars. 4 star is a team that has three a 4 star organization, 3 4 star organization to become a 5 star. You have to be able to generate three 4 star. A 4 star organization is an organization that has generated at least 1.25 million. Okay, to be a 4 star, you have to generate 1.25 million. When you divide that by three, since the law of three applies, once you become a 1 star, then in order for you to become 2 stars to 5 stars, it's the law of three. That means you have three organizations in your teams, three individuals who identify themselves as leaders who've generated from the first of all, if it's you, you become a 1 star by selling $50,000 worth of NFT. Once you do that, then in order for you to become 1 star to 2 stars, you have to also find three people, three 1 star in your team. That means each 1 star generates $50,000 in value. From the purpose of group volume, group sell from your first tier, then we're going to take the law of three and apply it here. Okay, so I shared this with you, and you get it, and you share this with everybody in your circles of influence. The people that I put there for the sake of space, I put the people in small dots as your circle of influence. Now, your circle of influence might be bigger than that, but because I'm giving you a visual, I need you to apply this circle and expand it to your level of vision. Say, for instance, your phone has 300 or 5,000 people in it. So this is your circle of influence, visually expanded according to your to your network. So you share, and as you share, a number of people will participate and get NFTs. As they participate and get NFTs, once you sell a total of 50,000 in value, you become a 1 star. Now, for you to become 2 stars, 1 star get 1 share, five 2 stars get 5 shares. For you to become a 2 stars, all you have to do, now you become the me. Okay, now you become the the now you become this person who share to three people like you who sell 50,000 in volume each. Now, not everyone will do that. Of all the people you sell to in your circle, three of them will probably, at least three of them, once three minimum, see the potential and also start sharing and start selling to their circles of influence and replicate your exact same method, okay, and sell $50,000 of value each for the purpose of um, volume necessary and the quantity of people who replicate the same activity you do. So you now have a person, a second person, and a third person who sells, like you do, $50,000 worth of NFT. At the present day, from this present moment of this video, the UK NFT is 10,000. That means you have to do 5 UK to participate. Benelux is 5,000. That means they have to sell 10 Benelux to get started. So first you did it, and then you generate 50,000 in value. That makes you a 1 star. At least, the very least, everybody should shoot for being a 1 star. Not for the 1 share that they receive, but because they want to bless as many people as possible with this opportunity. That's the reason why you do it. The fact that you are rewarded with 1 share, that's a bonus. But the yellow in me, you got to bless as many people as possible. The reading me says, well, first of all, for each NFT that moves in your organization, you make 10%. If it's UK, that's $1,000 payday. If it's a Benelux, it's a $500 payday. So the minimum you'll make for moving an NFT in your organization is $500. And once you do 10 of those for the Benelux, you can get your free Benelux just in commission itself. Say, for instance, you come in, you did not have the ability, but willing to share, you can actually earn your way to get a Benelux NFT uh, at 5,000 once you sell 10 of them. But it's not a matter of the number, is the quantity. 10 Benelux will get you a free one because you now have the equivalent to acquire one for free. That means even with zero money, you could use OPM, other people's money, other people's effort, other people's energy, other people's network, other people's influence for you to participate. So there's obviously zero reason for someone to not benefit from this ecosystem. It costs nothing to register, and you can share this opportunity with as many people as possible. And as you share, so shall your income be. Sell a higher ticket product, your commission is also higher. For the same activity and time, you sell a UK NFT, that's $1,000. You do that 5 times, you have the enough funds to get yourself a Benelux NFT out of sheer sweat equity. So technically, uh, although a one star may have $1 million in volume, but not move from beyond a one star because you keep going wide and you don't go deep. That's what I mean that my friend from former program would do well here and he could remain a one star for life, selling $50,000 worth to $1 million plus, but never grow because he does not have the patience to teach the concept of team building, coaching for the purpose of advancing in rank. Okay, so let me repeat. A one star sells $50,000 worth of NFTs. You do that 3 times, you help your people. This is where this example matter for you to see a visual. You find 3 people in 3 separate lines who do 50,000 each. Now you developed and coach 3 1 star in your organization. You then become a 2 star. So you have now 5 shares per month. Okay. Whether you have NFTs or not, it's not required for you to participate in NFT if you have the ability to share by sharing with your network. Should you have some NFT and also become a 1 to 5 star, more power to you. So the NFT pays out on a quarterly basis and the share program pays on a monthly basis. And that's the benefit. Having said that, for you to become a 5 star, you need to have a group volume of minimum $4.05 million. Simply put, a 5 star organization consists of 3 4 stars. A 4 star organization is an organization with minimum 1.35 million. Simply put, a 4 star organization is a team of 3 well coached and qualified 3 stars. To be a 3 star, a minimum of 450,000 in volume for the purpose of qualifying. And the way you get there, you have to create, coach, train 3 2 stars. A 2 star organization simply means with a minimum volume qualify and well structured people qualify is a organization that has 150,000 minimum. And to reach to that 150,000 minimum, in order for you to become a two-star, that means you have helped, coached, and trained three people who've also sold $50,000 worth of NFTs to three separate lines, just like that image. First, you share the opportunity to people with people and generate $50,000 worth of NFT purchase. Now, someone's sphere of influence can meet the entire board. Me, for instance, my sphere of influence consists of known people I've worked with in YouTube who may see the video later and see the potential and participate. So that means I have an unlimited sphere of influence as this ecosystem developed because I intend to dominate in the YouTube space. As a result of that, long after I stop sharing with people, there will be people who see this for the first time, see the opportunity, call me, contact me, or register in the link that I provided, and may get an NFT, but they also can have also YouTube channels or other influencers. And this is the reason why I'm making this video to open this space for other people with already a non network for them to onboard their network and easily become 1 to 5 stars on the first 90 days if you already have a network. And if you want to participate in the project where people are not going to lose money, not a platform that are here today and gone tomorrow type of platform. This is an ecosystem deeply rooted in regulation, in presence, physical presence, in partnership with other companies in multiple countries, existing rollout platforms or new businesses uh, for you to participate. So, in a sense, this is a perfect place for someone who's made some money to come in and pack some funds into an asset-backed ecosystem uh, that they can say they participate in something that has really real brick and mortar use case as an asset-backed NFT. And there's so much to offer in our ecosystem with 9 revenue points and multiple streams of cash flow in the same ecosystem. So, so for you to become a 4 star, I mean a 5 star, it's easy. Simply help to generate three. Simply help to generate 3 4 stars, and each 4 star line is a line of 1.35 million, and you become a 5 star with a minimum group volume of 4.05 million, and you could have 50 million in volume, it doesn't really matter. But for the purpose of a well structured team, then this makes sense. Okay, so having said that, a 4 star organization, this is where I'm going above and beyond to basically give you the information so that way, depending on if you're a visual person, obviously, you will get this. If you're a data person, you'll get this. And if you're a having fun type of person, if you're like, okay, I see the money, I see the big picture, let's get going, enough information, I get it. This is for you. Simply to receive 25 shares, have that that you become a 4 star at this point by help coach, train, and structurally commit to developing 3 lines of separate 3 stars. And you already know a 3 star organization is an organization that has generated 3 2 stars. So with 1. with 450,000 here, 450,000 there, 450,000 there. You have three separate lines of 3 stars for 25 shares. You're a 4 star. And a 3 star, you have three 2 star team and receive 10 shares on a monthly basis because you've reached the level where you have three 2 stars. And a 2 stars is someone who has coached, trained, and developed three 1 star. In other words, so from day one, you have an advantage that I did not have myself. You will have, you will certainly have training resources that were not available to me and how to structure your team in advance to qualify and participate in a star program from day one. That's the advantage. If I had known about the what I know now about the star program, my team would not have been structured the way it is, and certainly I would not have purchased a certain amount of NFT on my own personal account for the purpose of participating in this star program. So, and this is where uh, I'm going to use my board again for this purpose. Okay, so we know the red sees this opportunity and sees how much money they can make. You could have an endless amount of frontline people to you, and for each one of them you sell to, you make 10%. Someone buys a UK NFT, that's 1K in commission. Someone buys a Benelux NFT, that's 500 per each. So in other words, the minimum you'll make is $100 for each NFT that you sell, each um, Benelux NFT that you sell. Move five of those, and you will qualify. So if five UK is purchased in your front line, that makes you with a free account, no money, sad that you can't get one yourself, but you can share. And if you can share, you can earn your way to get an NFT. Because I have a lot of people who actually register an account, but because they cannot participate, they cannot see themselves having enough money to acquire an NFT, and mentally they think that this is not for them. And the same people are being pitched by others all day long, every single day, about other opportunities. Yet the same people who pitch you an opportunity needs to know about this awesome ecosystem we have. So reverse pitching everyone who pitch you a program, show them something more of substance they can participate in for the purpose of uh, generating the funds that you need for you to qualify, and at the same time introduce these people to a more substance project, not something that is here today and gone tomorrow or in a week or two or a month. Okay, so as you sell to frontline to you, and that frontline could be unlimited. Okay, so 10% on each one and 5% on each second level. Second level is this is the second level. The second level is number one, you share with number one, two, and three. Number one shares to you know their number one, which is your number two, and then that's 5%. Now this is a beauty. You're basically leveraging other people's energy, effort, community, and influence, and there's no end to it. So obviously there should be a motivation. If money is your motivation, you should basically share and follow up with every person you share this opportunity with for the purpose of understanding this NFT. If they don't get it, then tap into their network, helping them sell to their network so they can get your NFT for free, participate, as well as making a lot of money doing so. Minimum 1,000 for UK, minimum 500 for Benelux. All you have to do is move 10 Benelux and they can qualify to get one themselves for free. So, in the process of doing so, you identify 3 people who wants to replicate the activity. So, of all the people who participate, some may get 2, 1, 5, 2, and 3. And then this person with about 3 NFT, regardless of which country, now also open up their community to do the same thing. And then that person now is also start to identify 3 in doing the formation of 3 so they can structure themselves to grow in the star program. Obviously, depending on the number of NFT from the first level to number 3 and second level to you. So you can basically help structure the team to understand and mature the star program in order to leverage. Okay. And that same law of 3, okay, the same law of 3, 1, 2, 3 team can also generate their a law of 3 by doing the same activity. By doing so, you not only help people to structure their sharing, and you also help people structure how they participate and qualify. Is another way to look at it. Okay, you already know what it means to be a 1 star. Okay, 1 star, you sell NFT to as many people, and as many people also get it, and they also can share. So all you have to do, it is possible to, as you share, find one person who can acquire all 10 Benelux, and you qualify with one person. Okay, probably an influencer, or you could have a person, or you could have a bunch of people basically not have enough to do a lot, but this is a front line for the sake of space. You can get it in that way. You could get it in this way. You have, it doesn't really matter. You have the network. Your network is unlimited to the number of people, and as you share, non-judgment, share with as many people as possible. And as you sell, as you collect those 10% every single time, and the goal is to help those people also open up their network, um, to teach them about not only how much money they can make, but also how to also participate in the star program. And all you have to do is basically help them identify people in their circle who actually has influence with the team that they too can participate. And once you do so, you yourself now uh, uh, can become a 2 star. This is a 2 star line. You yourself can become a 2 star beyond uh, selling 50,000 in volume, and help this person become 1 star by selling 50,000. That person become 1 star by selling 50,000, and that person becoming 1 star by selling 50,000. Okay, and you now receive 5 shares on a monthly basis, and each of those 1 star will get 1 share each, because now you have a leadership structure that is going to be replicated down to 5 star level simply by leveraging the power of 3. That power of 3 is the same structure that's going to continue until you get to 5 star. And again, let's close by saying again, a 5 star organization consists of 3 4 stars. A 4 star organization consists of 3 3 star. A 3 star organization consists of 3 2 star. A 2 star team consists of three 1 star. And a 1 star is someone who sold $50,000 worth of NFT. And as you share, and this is where it's understandable to know the various personality type, who are you talking to? And the moment that you're speaking with obviously, a red, most likely to have a community. So obviously, you want to attract as many red as possible because they have a community. The red are also probably not going to be uh, easy to coach simply because they are very determined drivers of people, and they may not see the importance of building a team. So as you talk to a red, also appeals to if there's any green in them at all, uh, or developed if there's any yellow, or find out your red's subdominant color. Obviously, an ideal red with a subdominant green is ideal because they are both drivers and also very caring people, and that's a huge combination. A red green is going to be a driver but very analytical and we're not going to grow as fast, most likely very harder to coach. A red blue, who is very competitive and love to have fun, okay, who can bring also a good dynamic into spreading the opportunity and motivating people. But ideally, you want for team building purposes, you want a red green or yellow red, you know, carrying at the same time ambitious and driven. Uh, uh, you know, is it possible for you to find also a blue green or a blue yellow, a blue dominant red subdominant? It's possible. The idea is that you know, red wants to be in control. Blue is all about emotion. Um, Yellow, is all about team, and and green ask a lot of questions. They want details. You have to be able to manage all that in order for you to understand what is the best strategy to move forward. The strategy is to move from 1 to 5 stars. Sell $50,000 worth of NFT, you are a 1 star. Find three 1 star, you're a 2 star for 5 shares. Then find help coach your 1 star to become 2 stars, then you're 3 stars for 10 shares. At this point, I don't want to imagine what the star program will pay. It doesn't really matter, okay? Because especially if you have a certain amount of NFTs, you'll be bored out of your mind with the distribution coming, opportunity coming, and payout coming in. There needs that's why rich people continue to work because they need something to do, and this is a personal development, skill development uh, ways for you to grow, okay, by sharing, by opening the opportunity, by helping people as many people as possible participate. It has been a pleasure for me to one more ways for me to basically talk about this. And today I'm going for a walk. It's gonna be a little cold outside, so before I go out for a walk, I wanted to put out another video again. And oh yes, the reason why I wanted to share this with you is because uh, I didn't know exactly how. Um, okay, the reason why I wanted to share this with you is that if I had known about this opportunity, the star program, I would have structured my team differently. I would have not got that much NFT or many in one line or in my personal account. I would have structured uh, the NFT acquisition into business or family members account. Here's an example. Okay, say for instance, um, you get $50,000 in front of you or with you, and you're looking at the potential of this opportunity. So you start, you yourself, with a free account, and basically find one, two, three family members to basically distribute the NFT to. So in a sense, you become an instant one star. Say your husband and your wife, you know, son, daughter. Uh, so that's you with a free account. Okay. So 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 is what you need, and you have exactly 50,000 in funds for you to basically leverage. So you don't necessarily put the funds in your own personal account to buy an NFT. So you or the each husband uh, uh, using family member. Okay, so you get family member number one, two, three, and buy the NFT that way. So you put 50,000 in volume, 50K in volume in your family member's account, and where you manage the account or each person manage their own account. In this case, if it's a husband and wife and kids, so it's the same family anyway, you become an instant one star on day one simply by taking time to structure the account and move the funds into family members' account. That's an example. Or you could do it for a business, but not necessarily putting the full 50,000 to buy an NFT in your own personal account. That's an example. And the same idea could be used for business. And then all you have to do is, if you got a business at the same time, um, because this 50,000 will generate a 5K commission, 5K commission, and can give you a free NFT on your own personal account, where you become a one star on day one, and at the same time generate 5,000 in commission to get a free NFT in your account. That's an example. So how you do it doesn't really matter. What matters is that, um, according to your ability, you can qualify for the STAR program. Then all you have to do is find three people to replicate the same activity with, to become a to develop three one stars, three two stars, three four stars, and three four stars. So one star, three one star, two stars, three stars, four stars, and five stars. Very simple. Keeping the law of three. So here I am giving you, but it's basically, you know, dissecting the information for you. Um, because to me, it doesn't really matter what you do. At least you have the information. And having the information and doing it